Welcome. Today we're diving into a story that's shaking the U.S. housing market. The headline is clear: the largest apartment owner in the country has been accused of widespread violations of fair housing law. It's Greystar, a company whose name is synonymous with high-density rentals and franchise-style management. The claims come from a national watchdog called Housing Rights Initiative, and they're not petty complaints. They're dozens of documented violations in several states where the law actually forces landlords to accept Section 8 vouchers. First, let's get the basics straight. Section 8, officially the Housing Choice Voucher Program, lets low-income families, veterans, and people with disabilities use a portion rate of their rent through a government-issued voucher. A federal rule that landlords may opt out means acceptance is voluntary, but most states, from Maryland to California, have laws that say you can't refuse. That's the legal maze that Greystar is now accused of ignoring. Housing Rights Initiative hired what they call testers, people trained to pose as potential tenants, and began calling Greystar offices across the country in October. They'd ask the same question: can I use a voucher to pay for a unit? In over 100 calls, the company's representatives either said vouchers were not accepted or even tried to impose illegal additional requirements. In one Maryland call, a tester heard the line recorded on a phone: "No, you wouldn't be able to use it. We can't accept any vouchers of any kind." That's an outright denial in a state where compliance is mandatory. Aaron Carr, the executive director of the watchdog, called the behavior mass civil rights violations at a scale unlike anything our organization has ever seen. And the numbers back him up: more than 100 infringements across Maryland, Hawaii, New Jersey, Michigan, California, Virginia, Washington, D.C., and even states where such practices are technically illegal but rarely enforced. Note Greystar's own statement lists a training program and a commitment to fair housing. They insist they expect employees to follow all applicable laws. Yet the data from the calls suggests repeated violations, which is a hard contradiction. In a separate note, the company has been in the news before. Last December it settled a $24 million lawsuit with the Federal Trade Commission in Colorado over deceptive advertising that omitted mandatory fees. That settlement included no admission of wrongdoing. Yet the issue with vouchers is different. It's not about fees but about the fundamental right as a minimum lawful acceptance. The significance of Section 8 is no small thing. Many families rely on this program to afford neighborhoods that would otherwise be out of reach. Even the legislature is watching. Congress just passed new rules to make the voucher program easier to use, hoping to reduce administrative burdens on landlords. That's an acknowledgement that paperwork and inspections are a real hurdle. If you're a renter with a voucher, or an advocate for fair housing, these developments should be on your radar. It's a win-win for Familisol, guaranteed housing pressure in each state, and for landlords, a chance to broaden their tenant base if they comply. But the evidence from Housing Rights Initiative shows Greystar is largely not complying. The story is still unfolding. Future court filings, potential inquiries by state attorneys general, and a deeper look at the company's policy are expected. For now, the picture is of a company that's the largest operator of apartments in America yet could be violating the most basic housing laws. That paradox is what truly matters. We'll keep you in the loop on any follow UPS. Until then, if you're already a Greystar resident or a potential renter, check with your local housing SASM agency. They can confirm your voucher eligibility with any building. And those paying vouchers, keep a close eye on your lease agreements. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on housing and the evolving legal landscape. Stay informed, stay empowered.